drum machines. Some definitely useful pieces of equipment to create rhythms. They're these little boxes, and I'll show you the one I'm using here. It's this Roland T-8, which is a small little unit. It's battery powered, and it's an instrument of its own. It's got a, bring in, sort of overlay one against the other here. I'm going to start it the way I usually start it, which is just on the bass drum. It's got a bass drum track on the left, and then the track next to it is a snare drum. It's got a track that has hand claps and toms and a hi-hat, open and closed hi-hat. And it's got the green section is a bass section we got here. And the bass section we'll bring in a little bit, but they're all muted right now. All we have is a basic backing track with just a kick drum. We also have their own built-in effects over here, delay and reverb, and we'll be bringing that in. And I got a volume knob. So, as just a basic beat, it's pretty cool. You know, these are electronic sounds, right? These are actually sounds off classic synthesizers from the, I think, 1970s, 1980s. It's not a acoustic emulation sound as much as a synthesized drum sound, but they can be a lot of fun, especially at flute circles and even in performances. And you can use this as an instrument. I'm going to bring in some of the other sounds. Even something simple as this, you can use it to play over. Drum sounds. Hand claps. Add a little more delay, give it more of a rhythm. There's a lot of control over these. I can control the decay. And I can take out just the hand claps if I want. I can just run the toms or just the hand claps. I have a lot of control over this. I have control over the sound of the duration of the kick drums. And I'm also going to bring in the bass. There's a lot of control over this. Brought it up an octave, or even down an octave. What do we got going on here? We got a bass riff and then space. And this is the kind of thing we use in workshops to help people alternate with another lead instrument. You notice? You got the bass part, and then it lays out for you to play. And then in between you play and lay out, when the bass is doing its solo. What does layout mean? You could just hold a steady note or even just stop playing. This is in E minor. I've got an E minor flute here. This is actually a Flute Harvest flute. This is the reference flutes we use for Flute Harvest with our logo up there, and the bottom, these were made by Norris, and these are the standard flutes that we we use at Flute Harvest to have everybody in the same key and everybody have the same fingering. I'm going to use this E minor flute and play over it and give you kind of an example of what going back and forth sounds like. Idea. So, if you got an E minor flute handy, pick it up. I'm just going to play for a while, and I'm going to actually play the instrument, modify it, and you can play over the top. Here we go. E minor flutes, folks. Folks.